Berto, how are you this morning?
I am doing fine, sir. Talk to me.
Well, the Social Security thing is, we can talk about that for a minute. Um, I know that's your main subject today.
Yes.
I think the government is, you know, that's always been a little treasure trove for them to use it where they want to.
hmm
And I think that needs to stop.
Most of us, when we pay taxes or whatever kind of taxes they are, we don't personally know how those taxes are used, etc. But we are told by other interests, whether it be on the left side or the right side, we talk about those taxes and we tell you how to think about those taxes. Now, my question to you is why do you assume that this Social Security is just something the government is taking to misuse?
They keep on saying it's busted and people keep on putting in. And I understand that there's withdrawals on it, but they need to adjust that part of it, to offset the withdrawals. But, I worry about myself in 5 years. They've always thrown that out there the last 20 years that it's going to be non-existent in 10 years, 5 years.
So
And
can I ask you another question then? I get that. Are you a Republican, sir?
yes, I am.
Right now, the Republican orthodoxy is to privatize a portion of Social Security to throw that money into the markets to somehow gain more. That's their proposal to save Social Security. Put some of the money into the private sector with the expectation that they can do better in the stock market, notwithstanding that the stock market can go up and down. And not only that, but I'll tell you why it's a false choice, and then keep some. The neoliberal is to just leave things the way they are and just fix it here and there. And the progressives, which are now caucusing with the Democrats, I consider myself a progressive. What we want to do is make all income, whether it's capital gains or all income, taxable. And in doing so, all our Social Security taxes will go down and we can actually get more, all of us, from Social Security. And it's not robbing Peter at all because, again, if all of us pay a certain percentage on our income, why should the billionaires, when they own more than the billionaires and the high income millionaires, they own more than 50% of the wealth. The top 1% own more than 50% of the wealth. So why? And again, that is really your work. The wealth that they have isn't something that they did. You're an employee. Are you working, sir?
Oh, yes.
All the wealth that you see these fat cats want that caucus with your party, they're making that wealth on your back as they have you struggle for Social Security, as they have you struggle for income. I'm not trying to change you from being a Republican. I'm trying to change you to vote for people that are going to serve you. You see what I'm saying?
I see where you're going.
But first of all, do you believe what I just said?
I don't believe about the fat cat. I mean,
Which one you don't believe?
corporate. I think that there's always going to be a rich class.
Why? Again, a lot of we make a lot of blank statements, and a lot of the blank statements we make is because we've been indoctrinated from elementary school, and we have all these sayings we say. There's always going to be rich people. Why is that?
You do want a socialist country where everybody...
Well, what does a socialist country mean?
Well, like Cuba.
No, again, let me ask you a question, right? If I want to scare you and scare a lot of Americans, right? All I have to say is, do you want to be Cuba or Venezuela? And first of all, I didn't use the word socialist, right? You did. I didn't. But you did. I want a system that works, and it's not capitalism, because capitalism doesn't have a heart, right? I didn't mention the word socialism. I could tell you all the things that I want to see in our society, and I would guarantee that you agree with me. But at the same time, many of us allow people on the outside to say, that is socialism. It's something that you want. Like, let's go down the list as an exercise, Jeff, because I want America to hear this, because we are brothers. Wouldn't you like to have a healthcare system where you have a card and you go into your doctor's office? You don't have to figure out health insurance companies, what they offer, what they don't, etc. That if you need healthcare, there is enough in this system that's going to give you the healthcare to make you well. Wouldn't you like to see that?
Well, I would probably say yes, but I'm going to...
Okay, that's all I want, sir. I mean, let's not talk about the money yet. Let's not talk about the money yet, because I'm going to get there. I promise you I'm going to get there. Wouldn't you like, you want most Americans who are able-bodied to be able to go out there and work. Is that correct?
Yes, I do want that.
Okay, and in order for a family to be able to go out and work. You want them to earn a wage that they can take care of, making sure their kids while they're working have daycare. Make sure that that all these things are that they are covered so that they can be productive citizens in America. Isn't that something that you would want?
So you're saying free daycare?
I'm not saying free daycare. I'm saying affordable daycare. In other words, we should have a system where if you want to work, and everybody should want to work, that if they have kids, that the kids wouldn't be the thing that stops them from working. Because we want to have kids. We are a family-loving country.
Yeah.
I asked you a few questions, and I could go down a whole laundry list of things that progressives believe in and that we can afford, and I can show you why we can afford it, and I can show you where the plutocrats are gouging us, and that we have people with Stockholm Syndrome supporting these guys and saying, hey, there is a better way. I wrote a book called How to Make America Utopia and take away the economy from those who rigged it. And the reason I wrote that book wasn't because I'm some crazy pinko liberal, which I am. I'm actually a progressive, I prefer to use. But because it's what most Americans want. That's all, Jeff. That's all. No more, no less. Anything else you want to say?
I want to close this out by saying everybody should be responsible for their lives. The government should not be responsible for your lives.
Well, before you go, I know you got to go, but I want to remind you one important factor there. The one thing that the right has done is to disassociate government from we the people. Remember, government must be we the people. And if government is we the people, we cannot say we can't have government do for us, because we'll be saying we can't have us do for us.
With you on that one.
We talk later, brother.
All right, Egberto, I gotta run.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.